Have you been outside recently? I don't know why every year when fall comes around, I act so surprised when I go outside and see a few leaves sprinkled across the ground or changing on trees. Like imagine when you walk outside, there's a tree that's always in front of your house. Little by little, patches of the leaves begin to turn, and then eventually they are all on the ground. What if we took a moment to apply the lesson of the tree, turning its colors and shedding the old leaves to prepare for a new season, and applied that to our lives? It might trip you out, but take a second and think about the things in your life that you have recently had to shed. You may not have paid attention to it because it probably happened little by little. And again, it could have been dramatic changes like losing friends, certain habits, things or places that you were tied to, and you kept telling yourself it was time to let it go or do something different or move in a new direction. And that transition very well could have just been gradual. But after you've thought about those gradual changes that have happened that you probably did not pay attention to, start thinking about some of the new habits that you've picked up, the new places you are going or you see yourself going, people that are slowly starting to enter into your life, things that are starting to make impact. Yes, at some point during the winter, those trees are bare, but think about it this way. They are a fresh slate. Not just because they're going to bear new fruit or new leaves when the spring comes around. Trees also have to get stronger during the winter and build up their backbone for the change in weather. And just because they're bare doesn't mean that they are still not providing value. Again, them being bare is just leaving them with a fresh slate for what's getting ready to come next. Even in the season of them feeling bare, trees still give off so many things that we don't even recognize. From improving our air quality to giving back to the wildlife around them, absorbing rainwater, removing carbon dioxide, so that we can have clean quality air to breathe in no matter the season. Their purpose doesn't change just because they look different on the outside. So after you've looked at your life and you've heard the analogy of a tree and the process that it goes through during the seasons change, let this stand as your reminder that the things that you have shed over the last few weeks, months, even the first part of this year are not bad things. They were just a moment for God to set you up and prep you for what fruit you're going to bear in spring. It does not just have to be spring for you to bear fruit and walk in your purpose. Like the tree, it is walking in its purpose the entire year long. There's just certain moments in its life where it has to shed some things in order for God to give it something new, that it can go into the new season fresh and ready. So you know how a tree pretty much stays in its place as long as it needs to be there unless someone human comes and cuts it down or unless nature actually comes and uproots it out of the ground. I don't really know who this part is for, but if God has removed you from a certain thing, place, taken away a habit, sometimes you need to have been taken out of this situation. There was no more life left in it. A lot of times when a tree dies or when someone comes and cuts it down, that tree no longer has life. 9 times out of 10, they come back and plant something new. Let them uproot whatever needs to be gone, plant something new, and you can bear new fruit.